Do I got some excitement for you today. Got a bifold door here, and this just completely crushed in. This is where this little piece goes, and this connects to a base that it rests on, and this is the swivel point for the door. You got one at the bottom, and then you got one at the top, and the one at the top is spring loaded, but you can see this thing is junk. I mean, they make these things extremely hollow. They're made out of fiberboard. It's trash. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put a patch on it to fix it. So I'm going to take a metal plate, put it from here to here, and then I'm going to drill a hole in the middle of the plate, and then I'm going to thread this into that hole, and then that'll support it. Now, there's a hole on this side. We could easily just switch it, or we could flip it upside down, but either way, we're stuck with this gap right here, and the top has two pieces. It has a guide, which is just a metal bar that sticks out that goes into the track, and then it has that spring load pin. So either way, we need two holes on the bottom, two holes on the top. So the easiest way to do it without taking the hinges off and flipping the door around doing a bunch of goofy stuff is I'm going to put that metal plate. So I'll show you what that looks like. Let's go get the parts. All right, so I came over into the garage here. I went through all my little drawers where I got different sets of screws and everything that I need, and I came across, that's why it pays to hoard sometimes, came across this chunk of plastic here. So I grabbed a washer. This is a washer for a toilet bowl that goes underneath where you end up putting, not that you care, but in case you did, these style bolts. It's basically the washer that belongs to it. Put this back, and then I ended up taking a nut, and I put the nut on here with a washer underneath so it doesn't go through. Now I'm going to take, just show you, take a side cutters and snip off these bits of plastic. Right here, I'm going to snip off that little end, so let me do that real fast. And then I can show you what all this is going to look like when it's done. Whoa, went flying. I want to wear some safety glasses when you do this. Close your eyes at least. Alright, that's not enough. I thought about possibly cutting this off with an angle grinder, or a Dremel tool I should say, but I thought, nah, it's going to be too much effort. I'll just take the side cutters, get it as good as I possibly can. And then we need some screws with a fat enough head. I don't know where you went now. Well, anyway, there's a bit of plastic that went flying, and I don't know where it went to. I don't see it. If you don't see it, I don't see it. When I sweep up the garage, I can find it. I gotta put that stuff away anyway. So, I have two thick screws that are gonna go in here with the heads big enough, and they're long enough that they're gonna seat in place. They'll put some pressure on this washer so it can't slide side to side. This thing is locked on here really good. I just tightened it down hand tight. And then let's go ahead and put this on. I'll show you what that looks like, then you get the idea. Alright, so you get the general idea. I got two screws here. Phillips head's fat enough that it's going to keep it from pushing through the plastic, but it should lock everything into place. Got my little impact here. I'm going to take a little bit of force, get it down in there. And then let's get it attached, and I'll show you what that looks like, but basically that's how it's going to sit. Okay, so that's what it looks like. And in case you're wondering, because you've seen that the tip of this screw, if you're paying attention, was kind of snapped off at the tip, made no difference, because all I did is I took the one that was pointy, drilled it in, or screwed it in, pulled it out, then put the flat-headed one inside. So if you go back and watch the video, you see what I'm talking about. One of the screws had the tip busted off, the sharp point that allows it to enter. Anyway, didn't make a difference. So you see how everything is held into place. It's not going anywhere. The plastic is actually nice and thick and supported. So let's go get the door back in place and call it a day. So the problem is solved. I'll show you what it looks like. Just trying to put the tools away. I've been asked before about these impact guns, if they're any good, and they're actually fantastic, and this is just a 12 volt version. But I would suggest get them on sale. Home Depot, wherever you can get it on sale. And then you'll be pleasantly surprised. They're not the best thing in the world, but they are fantastic for doing basic stuff. And then I got this Ryobi set here that I got for like $200, and these work phenomenal too. So I am not crying at all about using either of these. They all work really, really good. And for what I paid for the stuff, when I got the Milwaukee set, I got it a few years ago. I've been using it for like 3 years, and I beat the mess out of it. So definitely would recommend either. The one thing I can say though is, I guess people have had problems with the triggers on the Milwaukee, but I've only had that on the impact guns, the really big impact guns for taking off tires, 1,500 foot-pound type ones. But the ones that are drills and things of that nature, I have not come across that. But of course I only got that one set, and I might be the lucky one, but I don't know. But yeah, let's go inside, and we're going to take a look and see if we can see if the problem is solved. I know it is, so I'm kind of giggling inside because I know it's taken care of. Let's show you. All right, it's right in there, like that. Doesn't pop out. Good to go. They're just made cheap, so that's a temporary fix. About $2, you can take care of it yourself without paying $54.99 for a new set of doors.